Hello, everyone, and welcome to TYTSports once again. Just very quickly, absent.info support one of our great graphic artists here at the Young Turks. So here we go. Aroldis Chapman. Many people know him as a hard-throwing lefty. He can absolutely throw the baseball. He basically throws, anywhere from 98, 99 consistently to then about 103 and 104 miles per hour. Now, the video that I'm about to show you, we can only show it once, is a video of him taking a line drive in a spring training game, the Reds against the Royals. Ours are wild. And he takes a line drive to his face. If you cannot muster watching this, look away. If you can, here it is.
Here last year for this.
Oh my gosh.
Line drive hits Chapman in the face. A line drive back through the middle, and Chapman is down.
So it's tough to see. He never lost consciousness, thankfully. But now the big question is, and they canceled the game, obviously, because all the players were full of emotion. And you see Aroldis Chapman's dad running onto the field to go see if his son is okay. And it just sort of hits to the point of, when are we going to get to the point where we protect the players a little more and whatnot? And that's a little bit of what I want to talk about today. Now, here's a quote from FoxSports.com. John Morosi had this to say. We can pull that up very quickly. Whatever engineering expertise needs to be mustered, and however large the checks that need to be written, an $8 billion industry should be able to find the answers. The scary part, if anything, the risk of these incidents only will increase. I completely agree. Pitchers are throwing harder. Batters, while not as chemically enhanced as at the height of the steroid era, are impeccably conditioned and exhibit whip-like bat speed. Managers and GMs speak of their desire to have quote-unquote power on their roster in various forms. Now, look, the next man up is Jonathan Broxton, of course, the former Dodgers closer who is now going to close in aid of Aroldis Chapman. Now, Brandon McCarthy, as we all know, last year, he tweeted out that photo of showing his cranium and the surgeries that he had had. At one point, they called it life-threatening, the injuries that he suffered. J.A. Happ also suffered horrific injuries. Alex Cobb is another name that suffered bad injuries, all from guys taking line drives at roughly about 105 to 110 miles per hour, the ball off the bat going and connecting with their head. There needs to be a way. Now, the big question is, when will we get to the point, Major League Baseball this is, when will they get to the point where they start implementing, look, right now a device for protecting a pitcher's head is optional. Brandon McCarthy, who suffered those injuries last year, has said that he doesn't want to do it because, quote unquote, they're too big and too hot and they don't fit his head well enough. But this also goes into, we need to somehow come up with better technology, whether it's football protecting NFL players, soccer players protecting their heads from concussions and long-term effects health-wise. And then with pitchers taking line drives off their face. Now, look, I'm not saying that they should institute goggles or anything like that, but we need to come to a point and we need the scientific knowledge to say, here's what we should do, here's the best way to protect pitchers, because no one wants to see this. No one wants to see their game deteriorated, even if it's 1 injury a year, 3 injuries a year. As long as there's one and a pitcher suffers this sort of injury, whether it's a pitcher, infielder, outfielder, catcher, what have you, one is enough. And one should be the way and the means of making a change and bettering the health of their players in their respective league.